and welcome to the WrestleTalk News. I am Luke Owen and this is Wrestling News. And today is WWE Crown Jewel, and by the time you're watching this, we'll be down at the Long Arm Pub and Brewery doing a live edition of No Holds Barred before all watching Crown Jewel together, and I am quite excited. And I imagine you're excited as well. So you probably don't want to know any spoilers or leaks coming out of the show before it happens. So please do use the timestamps in the video description down below to avoid spoilers like CM Punk for saying, damn it, sorry, I spoiled the CM Punk thing. Nope, lol, just kidding, because on yesterday's news we covered WrestleVote's report about the return of Kairi Sane to WWE as she's now listed on internal rosters, and Fightful Select have added to this report saying that Kairi was a priority signing this year, with the company actually attempting to bring her back during last year's mass re-signings of 2022. They add that Kairi could show up as soon as this month, but PW Insider, who originally debunked the report but then backed it up, are claiming that the word making the rounds within WWE is that the Pirate Princess may in fact return as soon as today at Crown Jewel. Interestingly, PW Insider report that the plan is for Sane to reunite with her Kabuki Warrior teammate Asuka, and that is curious as Asuka's not booked for Crown Jewel tonight. The SmackDown Women's title match instead is between Io Sky and Bianca Belair. Whether that means Asuka will do a run-in with Kairi as backup, or maybe there will just be a pre-taped backstage segment, I guess we'll find out on Crown Jewel tonight. Speaking of stars who are not meant to be on that plane to Saudi Arabia, Grayson Waller has been spotted in Riyadh ahead of today's Crown Jewel. This comes off the back of previous reports that a Waller talk show segment would be added to the Crown Jewel show, while BWE, for what it's worth, claimed that the talk show will actually be a Miz TV one. Either way, the scuttlebutt is it will involve a local celebrity, with the strongest rumor being that celebrity is none other than football player Cristiano. I can never say Cristiano Ronaldo's name. Cristiano Ronaldo. The football player is Ronaldo. And just before we head on over to Tempest for coverage of SmackDown and Rampage, let's quickly talk about the best wrestler on this gosh darn planet, Will by God Ospreay, who revealed yesterday while promoting his United Kingdom Championship match against Shota Umino at tonight's Power Struggle that he is planning on leaving New Japan when his deal is up in February of next year. Now, some of this was sort of already known, as the 30-year-old has said he is open to all offers on the table, with interest from WWE, AEW, and TNA. But this promo, where he said, I am leaving New Japan, certainly indicates that New Japan is not going to be one of the offers that he's accepting. But stay tuned to WrestleTalk.com for all the latest updates and let us know where you want Ospreay to land in the comments down below. But for now, here is Tempest.
This is Rampage, baby. I don't even have a set to start my clock this week, so I already know I'm gonna fail, but let's do it anyway. Penta beat El Hijo del Vikingo and Commander in a three-way match, and I think the time has come where I need Alex Abrahantes to be removed from my vision when Penta is on screen. Penta is cool, Alex is a dweeb. The match was excellent, as you would expect from three of the best luchadors in the world. Lucha Rampage, baby! We had more intrigue between Team TNA and Ortiz, and then the Backside Brothers beat Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. This was a 5-minute match that could have been 3 minutes, but I do wish Matt Sydal was on TV more often. Saraya and Ruby and Matt Menard and Angelo Parker are all mad at their partners, and then Sky Blue beats Marina Shafir, who no-sold having her bare feet stomped on. Well, that's a problem. Sky hit a DDT on the apron, and that was neat. Daniel Garcia then beat Trent Beretta in the main event in a very good match, and then announced that this was his first singles match in 6 months, and if I didn't have a bone to pick with Tony Khan before, I do now. Also, he wants to challenge MJF, because who doesn't? I actually feel like I maybe did that one. There's no sat to tell me whether I did or not, so I'm just gonna assume that I did. Yes, swerve when I drive. Yes, swerve when I drive. Go watch that triple threat match. And now it's time for my review of SmackDown. Blue light, baby. In 5 minutes. We open our show with LA Knight. Yeah! Who is quickly met by the entrance of Roman Reigns, who after a long walk enters the ring and introduces himself to LA Knight. Yeah! Never stop trying. He says after Crown Jewel, no one will remember LA Knight, and he'll just be a redneck cosplay version of his cousin. As far as I know, that's like the first proper mention of The Rock from the mouth of Roman Reigns during this run, which is Interesting. LA Knight says he isn't like everyone else who has challenged Roman. He's not coming to finish a story, he's coming to start one. He's gonna start the LA Knight era, and at Crown Jewel, the only bloodline that will be visible will be the one running between Roman's eyes as he hears the words, "and new WWE champion LA Knight." Yeah! As always, a hell of a promo from LA Knight. It isn't anything revolutionary here, but you can't help but hang on the words when he opens his mouth. Owens took on Austin Theory, and my goodness, it is nice to see Kevin Owens on this show and review his matches again. He is one of the most authentic wrestlers in the business, and his energy is always infectious. On the other hand, you have Austin Theory, who I find impossible to take seriously. My best friend messaged me a few weeks ago saying he sees something in Austin Theory, and last night watched this match, and his only takeaway was Theory's performance was a 5 out of 10, and that was from someone who wants to like him. Backstage, Bianca Belair was attacked by Damage Control during an interview. Then Logan Paul walked up and rubbed elbows with Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits before B-Fab walks up and asks to talk to Lashley. New stablemate incoming, perhaps. We then had Chelsea Green and Piper Niven taking on Shotzi and her tag team partner, Charlotte Flair. Tag team amnesia strikes again. Will we ever be free from this pain? Oh, the horror. During this match, we saw Isla Dawn and Alba Fire backstage. All those vignettes just to set them up, watching a monitor backstage. As for the match, Charlotte tagged in and then beat the tag champs in a couple of minutes. Why do these belts exist again? Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa came out for a face-to-face with John Cena, and Heyman spends his turn talking up Solo, saying one day he will be the tribal chief, and in order to do that, he needs victims at his feet, and who better to victimize than John Cena? Solo interrupts him and asks why he's wasting his time talking to the people when they are there to talk to John Cena. Cena comes out, and Solo says he has orders from Roman Reigns to give Cena the chance to say goodbye. Cena takes the mic and has a very raspy voice, selling the Samoan spike from last week, a nice touch, and absolutely buries Solo Sikoa. He says people waited a year to hear Solo speak, and he has nothing to say. He says the only reason Solo got a job is because of his cousin. He calls him a bargain basement Taz ripoff, and I would like anyone to explain to me how that is in any way accurate. And at Crown Jewel, he's gonna stick Solo Sikoa's thumb right up his ass. This sure didn't give me any indication that Solo has a chance to win that match. Damage Control is backstage, and Io and Dakota get banned from ringside for Bayley's main event match with Bianca Belair, and then it is time for a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Remember when we lost our minds last year asking what the f a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match was? Like, how could it be good old-fashioned when we've never had it before? Well, now they've done one before, so it's all cool. The Brawling Brutes took on Pretty Deadly as there was assorted pub paraphernalia around. Ridge Holland blocked dual shillelagh shots from Pretty Deadly and dumped them to the outside for Pete Dunne to hit a moonsault where he caught everyone in the face with his legs. At times, this match was fine, and at others, it would be called bowling shoe ugly. Definitely one of those matches that gets plenty of time on a taped show, and after quite a lot of plunder, Pretty Deadly put Pete Dunne through a table for the win. Backstage, Paul Heyman tells Nick Aldis to make sure there is a lot of medical staff on hand for LA Knight at Crown Jewel, and then we had the weigh-in between Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio. The first half of this segment was pointless, as are pretty much all kayfabe weigh-ins, but then the second half was hilarious as they went face-to-face and Logan pat Rey on the head, and then Rey slapped him, resulting in Logan punching out a random official and Rey leaping up and bonking Logan with the microphone. It was comedy, but at the very least, I could laugh at it. And then we had our main event as Bianca Belair beat Bayley. Bayley nailed Bianca with a knee strike, sending her head into the post as the show went to commercial, but later on, Bianca was able to get the upper hand with a spine buster. This was actually a very good main event. Bianca Belair is a generational talent, and after much back and forth action, Bianca got the win with the WrestleMania finish of the crack of the hair whip and the KOD before following it up with another KOD through the announce table to send SmackDown off the air. Overall, this was about as effective a go-home show as you get for Saudi shows these days, and this might not have been all that spectacular, but it was a solid enough show with a very good main event. This SmackDown gets a 3 out of 5. And that just about wraps things up from me. Make sure, of course, that you check out our live reactions for Crown Jewel later on today, but also make sure that you check out Fantasy Booking Warfare over on Parts Fun Known as Lori Blake takes on Pete Quinnell in the battle of booking Logan Paul, WWE Champion.
Welcome to Fantasy Booking Warfare. it is time for the final matchup of our preliminary round. Ollie, Luke, and Tempest have all advanced to the semi-final. But now, we must learn who will be the final man to make it out of the mud and into the spotlight.